Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach, coming at you a little earlier than normal. Actually, should be the normal time, but I still got to get that routine down. It changes every day, seems to be. But anyways, hope everyone's up, making some moves, got the mind in the right place, and if not, let's put it in the right place. So, man, last night was pretty emotional day for me yesterday and for some other individuals, and I wanted to share that with you guys today. I just was thinking about it after I got home. Morning, Miss Peggy, and been thinking about it first thing when I woke up this morning about just kind of the what happened on the mats last night. So let me just kind of break it down for you real quick. So had some promotions last night, gave out some stripes. Lately I've been giving out belts. Haven't did any stripes, so I owed some students some stripes there on their belts for the work ethic and showing up, consistency, stuff like that. And then I had one special promotion that I've been trying to do for a very, very, very long time, but inconsistency and not showing up to class makes it really hard for me to do. Like, to do my part, I need the individual, the student, to show up to class. So anyways, if you didn't catch last night, I gave one of my students their brown belt. Now, this individual is 23 years old now, and he started with me when he was 13. Great individual, super cool kid, man. He's a young man now, but when he started with me, man, he was just awesome. Picked up Jiu Jitsu, had a great attitude, fun to be around, but he picked up Jiu Jitsu like really, really fast. He's one of those individuals that I've had quite a few of them, but just soaked it up like a sponge, and just, we'd go out, compete together, and, he'd go out and win a lot. And, but, he's 13, right? So everything's pretty cool. But as you get older, you get in high school, you get jobs and girlfriends, stuff like that. Life starts to change as you get into your later teenage years and into your, early 20s and stuff like that. So I haven't seen him that much lately, come and go kind of thing. And, I've been trying to reel him back in for a long time. And he got 3 of his close friends to sign up in Jiu Jitsu. And so that's been helping, I think, because, if you got some friends that do jiu-jitsu that you hang out with, then it's kind of hard to skip jiu-jitsu class, because they're doing something that you should be doing too. So he's been coming to class more. So anyways, I gave him his brown belt. The last time I gave him his promotion, his purple belt, was in 2014. I looked it up on Facebook because I post everyone's promotions, and so it's kind of easy for me to find. So I was just like, man, let me see when I gave him his purple belt. Man, that was 6 years ago. And I was like, wow. So anyways, this kid's phenomenal. He's good. He's one of those kids that can just take a break, or young man that can take a break from jiu-jitsu, come in and just triangle choke everyone. I can't do that. If I take a break, I need to get back in shape and do a bunch of stuff before I'm tapping out anyone, right? So anyways, he when I gave him his belt and I asked him why he loves jiu-jitsu, why don't you just stay away from it? You've been coming and going for 6 years, man. You're 10 years into jiu-jitsu off and on. Why stick with it? And it caught me off guard, because I was looking at the rest of the students and looking at the camera. Then I looked to where he on the side of me, and he got a little emotional, which made me that way. I was like, dude, you got me. He got me because what he said was really deep. He's like, it's the only thing that I'm good at. And I felt that. I felt what he said at that moment last night. He actually feels he's only good at jiu-jitsu. That's the only thing that he's worthy of is jiu-jitsu, which I totally think is false. But that's his self-belief, okay? That's his self-belief. His self-belief is jiu-jitsu is the only thing in the world that I have any worth, And I totally disagree, because I feel like this young man has some other skill sets. It's just over time, he's been wanting to do jiu-jitsu, but as you get older, you go from a 13-year-old kid, and now you have to go to work, and you got other things in life that comes in the way other things that have happened to him in these last 10 years pulled him away from the mats. But he's one of those individuals where it's like it has to be perfect kind of thing. And like one day a week isn't good enough, or a couple days isn't good enough. Like I want to do it all together, or I'm not going to do it at all kind of thing, you know. And we can't do that to ourselves. And for one, we can't beat ourselves up that bad. You know, we can't destroy ourselves like that. Like we all have something that we're good at. You know, he's good at jiu-jitsu for sure, but he's also good at other things, I'm sure. But to just beat yourself up so bad to where over time that accumulates to like zero self-worth. Like you don't feel like you're worthy of anything, you know, and then as a result, you know, you just, you know, you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe that you're good at anything else. You feel empty inside. And then eventually you're not even doing what you love to do, right? And so it was just really important for me to get him his brown belt. I feel like this is, you know, not only does he deserve it and it's time, like way past due, but I feel like hopefully this is that thing that kind of pushes him over the edge to just keep going and keep fighting to keep doing what he knows he should be doing. But life is tough that way. And I know quite a few individuals that beat themselves up like that. Like, you know, whether it's relationship with parents or an individual, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing, and you just don't feel like without them, like you're worthy of anything else, like you're incomplete. And the thing is with this stuff, guys, is like, I'm, you know, just a disclaimer, like I'm no psychologist, PhD, anything like that, but I've talked to enough people and I deal with enough things myself where if I beat myself up every single day and I don't love myself, okay, I'm never going to get the things that I want because I just feel worthless and I just stop. Like the world stops, and actually it doesn't stop. I'm just stopping myself from doing the things that I want to do. And I've had family members, you know, come up to me and they were like, hey, you know, how are you like that? You know, how are you like that? And I'm like, because I know what the other side is like that. Like I've seen other people, you know, just have no self-worth, don't love themselves, let other people dictate like how they should feel about themselves, which is worthless, which is nothing, like they are nothing. And as a result, over time, that's it. That's just what you feel, and that's what you feel you are. You are nothing. You're empty. You're worthless, and you just don't make any moves, and you're not doing the things that you love to do. I actually got and I said it was emotional night because like last night I had another student reach out to me that I haven't seen in a while, and they just kind of were apologizing for their absence, and it's really like nothing they should apologize for, right? Like people know I want them to attend class and come to class, but they weren't coming to class because they were looking for acceptance from someone else, and they weren't getting that acceptance from someone else. So it let it dictate the rest of their personal life, right? And in the letter that I got from this individual is like I'm pretty much like, I'm tired of that. Like I'm tired of letting people dictate, you know, how I feel about myself. And I'm ready to get back after it. And I was really happy, but I felt the words in the letter, you know, like I could feel the pain of worthlessness, of I'm not good enough, and I want to be accepted and you're not accepting me kind of thing. And then I also felt the words at the very end where like, you know, I'm ready to do the thing now. I'm ready. Like I got my mind right, and you know, basically I'm back and I want to stay back, and I want to stay on the path of jiu-jitsu because they love jiu-jitsu, but they weren't doing jiu-jitsu because they didn't feel the acceptance or the worthiness from someone else. And the same thing with my student last night with the brown belt. I just think over time of life pulling him away from the mats, and he knows he's good at it, but he wasn't doing it. And he knows that he's not as good as he used to be, and he wants to be that. It was just eating him up inside to where it just kept him away from the mats for many, many years, when all he had to do is just show up once or twice a week. Like there's people on those mats that really care about you, and you need to be in that space. And that's what his thing was last night. He goes, I love this. And he kind of waved his hand out, like referring to all the students on the mat, the vibes, the people, the atmosphere, like what we provide in jiu-jitsu, what jiu-jitsu does for you. Like, why would you take that from yourself? Like, first off, like I said in the description, man, you gotta love yourself, man. Like, it's not like you can go buy a car, you can get money, you can win the lottery, you can get a nice house, you can have the nicest clothes, you can, I don't know, a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, doesn't really, I mean, those kind of things can make you happy, but it doesn't make you happy like inside, like that. Like, if you don't have this, then I'm not gonna be happy. It comes from within. It comes from like loving yourself, like saying like, I am worthy, I am enough, I'm good enough, I'm more than good enough, you know. And I know my family, you know, they make fun of me or talk crap about me, whatever, like I'm conceited or I'm arrogant or whatever the case may be. But I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna let anyone just dog me out, man. I don't care what you say about me or what you have to say about me behind my back. It's not gonna hurt my feelings any. It sucks, you know, like I've said in the past, like you want people to like you, but at the end of the day, I like myself. All right, I love myself. Like, whatever people say about me or write about me or post about me or whatever the case may be, it's not going to stop me from doing my day-to-day activities and winning. Okay, it's as simple as that. Like, I am not going to allow other people or other things to get the win over me. Okay, I've let that happen in the past. I know what that feels like, and that's not happening. Like, that's not happening. Like I know what that's like, and I'm hoping these individuals do the exact same thing. Like, they know what that emptiness, like not having self-worth feels like, and like, this is enough. Like, that's it. But you have to go through it sometimes. It sucks, like, because it's just one of those things, like, you don't know what it feels like until you're actually going through it. And once you go through it, like, okay, that's enough. Like, I don't want to go through this no more. I don't want to feel like this no more. It's time to start winning, because I've been losing long enough. Okay, so if that's you out there, you're kind of down and out, you don't feel any self-worth, you don't feel like you're good enough, man, you are good enough. It's just you're allowing yourself and other people to feel that, to let yourself feel that way. Everyone's good at something. We all have a skill set. We all have something that we should be doing, and we should be doing it. You know, this individual that wrote me the letter, you know, she should have been doing jiu-jitsu, but she wasn't, because outside sources and people made her feel a certain way. And as a result, she stopped doing jiu-jitsu. She's been missing classes and apologizing to me for missing classes. And, you know, Tristan last night, the brown belt, same thing. You know, I mean, for him to break down like that, it got me all emotional, because I wasn't ready for that. Like I said, I felt the pain in his words. Like, at that moment last night, I felt like not having self-worth. And you got to have that, man. Like again, guys, that's just how my mind works. I'm hoping this helps, but we don't have a lot of time to waste. I have a friend of mine, like I said, you know, if you guys didn't hear me the other day, Mike Mosqueda, man, I hope you make it, man. I hope everything's good. I know you're strong, man. Like, you know, hopefully, you know, if you come out of this on the other end. You know, I got a friend of mine, he just had open hearts. He's in the hospital. He's really sick. He's not doing well, and he's my age, right? And I just went to a celebration of life on Saturday from an individual that drowned, you know, in the Guadalupe River. You just never know, guys. You never know what tomorrow brings or what it has in store for you. And you can't just sit around like feeling sorry for yourself and let other people dictate your self-worth and how you feel about things, man. You got to get after it. You got to get up. You got to pull yourself out of that rut that you're in and get to work, because that's just what you have to do. So, man, love yourself. Like, say positive things to yourself every single day. That's why I'm doing these videos, man. It's not being arrogant or conceited, man. You have to love yourself. Like, you have to, like, say, I'm good enough. I'm more than good enough, and I'm worthy. And no matter what happens or what people say about you, man, you just keep it rolling. And then go do what you love. Because if you don't do what you love, then what are you really doing? You know, you're just kind of just going through life and letting life take you wherever it takes you. You know, make things happen, make those decisions, and you know, have self-worth, man. It's really important that you do that. And like I said, it's just been on my mind all last night and this morning, and I just wanted to get that out. So anyone out there, man, like, love yourself and then go do what you love. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one.